Hey everyone, how's it going? In this video, I'm going to be going over all the deleted weapons from Murder Mystery 2, which is mainly knives. And Murder Mystery 2 has been around for quite a while, since 2015, and before that, it was Murder Mystery 1. So I'm going to quickly go over every single item. Make sure to go ahead and smash the like button, and let's go ahead and get started. Starting off with the classic default knife and default gun. These are the classic versions before everything was transferred over to Murder Mystery 2 from Murder Mystery 1, and these did not cross over. Now, it would have been a vintage item like all the other ones that were from the first version of the game, Murder Mystery 1, but these didn't cross over, probably because everyone would have had this, all the OGs, because technically they would have all owned this as it's the normal defaults, but they were replaced by the new default knife and gun that we all know and love today, and which I guess it makes sense. This is something that would have happened. I mean, they could have chosen to make the classic set into vintage as well, but I kind of understand because everyone would have had it. It would have been way too many copies of it, I guess, which that's understandable, I guess. So anyways, it just didn't turn out vintage and decided to get scrapped. The knife, the default classic knife, is the Spartan sword from the Roblox catalog, and the default classic gun is the Sheriff Steve's 6-shooter, which is also a gear from the catalog, and that's what their origins are, and I guess it got scrapped for just being too complicated, I guess. Okay, so that's the only removed gun from Murder Mystery 2 that we know of. The default gun is the only one. Now, these next ones are going to be knives from the MLG box back in 2015. I believe it was around that time. For Murder Mystery 2, you could have gotten a bunch of different knives from that box, which were all, had different logos and copyright stuff, and that's why they were removed in the first place, is due to copyright reasons. So the whole MLG box got scrapped and removed, replaced by different knives. So let's go ahead and go over these ones from the MLG box, starting with Pepper, which is short for Dr. Pepper. It's a red design, which is based off the Dr. Pepper drink, which actually looks pretty cool. It's a common knife. This was changed and replaced with a clay knife, and this one is also from the box as a common knife, and it's called Fanta, which is based off the Fanta orange drink soda, and it also was replaced by OJ. Another common knife from the box, it is the Cool knife, which is based off the Kool-Aid fruit punch, which you can see that color on the knife with a Kool-Aid man face on it. It was replaced by Strawberry. Another common knife from the box was Marley, which is based off of Bob Marley, which is all blue and pink, and this knife was actually replaced by the Plum knife. LMFAO is a uncommon knife from the box, which is based probably off of the LMFAO American Electronic Music Dance Duo, Red Boot in Sky Blue, and it has the hashtag LMFAO on it on the blade, which is a pretty neat reference, but was replaced by Envy. Another uncommon knife was Chips, which seems to resemble Doritos on the blade. It was replaced by the Bronze knife. Another uncommon knife in the box was Snoop, which is short for Snoop Dogg, which actually has the Snoop Dogg meme on the blade here. It was actually replaced by the Lime knife. A rare knife in the box is Dew, short for Mountain Dew, which is green and red based off the logo, and it has the Mountain Dew logo on the blade there. It was replaced by the Festive knife. Another rare knife from the box was Doritos, which you can see has the Doritos logo on the blade, and it has red resembling Doritos. It was replaced by the Scarlet knife. Now, the legendary knife that you could have gotten from the LG box, it's an MLG knife, which has a bunch of MLG memes on it, which is very 2015, 2016 here, but it was eventually replaced by the shiny knife. So all the knives basically got replaced from the LG box. The LG box was turned into the Chroma box, which also had the Heat Godly in it, which was in the LG box, which is the only thing that wasn't really changed or altered at all, kept the same, which made it over and transferred over to the Chroma box. Now, all these knives that were replaced by other ones mainly also got replaced or removed as well, so we're going to be going over those now. Now, going over the first one is a common knife from the Chroma box, which is called Light, which replaced the Dr. Pepper knife. The only difference is that it doesn't seem to be as red, and it doesn't have the Dr. Pepper logo anywhere on it. OJ was another common knife in the Chroma box, which was to replace the Fanta knife. It kind of looks like orange juice, or that's probably what it's short named for. Now, it doesn't look as polished as the Fanta knife, but it still looks really cool, and it really is, and unfortunately it also got scrapped. Another common knife in the box was Strawberry, which was to replace the Cool knife, which got rid of the Kool-Aid man face and made the knife much darker. The next one is Plum, another common knife in the box, which was to replace the Marley knife. No longer has a Bob Marley face on the blade and seems to be much darker than the original one that it replaced. The Envy knife was an uncommon knife from the Chroma box, which is the replacement of the LMFAO knife, which seems to be a lot more darker overall. The Bronze knife was another uncommon knife in the box, which was to replace the Chips knife. As you can see, it doesn't have the Chips texture anymore and seems to be a bit different colored compared to the original. Another uncommon knife in the box was the Lime knife, which was to replace the Snoop knife. The only difference is that this knife is darker and does not have the Snoop Dogg meme on the blade. The next one is a rare knife in the box, which is the Festive knife, which went on to replace the Mountain Dew knife. The only difference is that there's no Mountain Dew logo and seems to be slightly darker than the original. The other rare knife in the Chroma box was the Scarlet knife, which went on to replace the Doritos knife. The only difference is that it doesn't have the Doritos logo, and the knife seems to be more polished and darker than the original as well, differently colored. So the only ones that survived from the Chroma box was the shiny knife, which is a replacement of the MLG knife, and the heat godly knife again. So they made it into the game, and they're still obtainable up to this day, and they weren't deleted. So Nicholas had to quickly replace the MLG box and the majority of its contents, so he made the Chroma box, which were pretty similar variations of these knives and everything, with the designs as being slightly different variations and having no copyright included on them. But he still didn't like them at the end of the day. He thought they were pretty rushed probably, and he just felt like it didn't really fit well in the game, so he deleted the majority of them except for the heat knife, which didn't really go with any copyright, and the shiny knife, which I guess he liked enough to keep it, and is just kind of like a memory to people that remember that stuff back in the old days of Murder Mystery 2. And that's basically covers all the deleted weapons in Murder Mystery 2. I hope you found this video extremely helpful. It took me a long time to make this, so make sure you go to the subscribe to the channel, smash the like button, and make sure to go and watch some of the other videos. And until next time, goodbye.